Caitlin Clark no more a lucky charm as boyfriend Connor McCaffery's Butler left heartbroken by UConn. After starting the season 7-1, the Butler is stuck in a rut. Currently, being on a 7-6 result, the responsibility of assistant coach Connor McCaffery just got bigger. The Bulldogs had 3 players in doubt digits, but still lost 78-74 to Dan Hurley's UConn Huskies. Even the WNBA's Rookie of the Year's presence couldn't inspire them to stop their losing streak. The commentators had to add, "Take our word for it," since the Fever guard had her head down, probably taking care of stuff from her phone. With her head down, she also had a Butler cap, which made it even more difficult for the audience to guess. That's why the commentators made a PSA. Her presence earned the nickname Lucky Charm, as the Bulldogs were on a roll. But that sadly is broken after today's result. Now, the proceedings for the Butler will resume in the new year. So, till then, Connor McCaffery and Caitlin Clark will look to spend quality time off the court during the holidays. And maybe the rejuvenation needed for the Butler team will be visible as well. In terms of the last 5 games, this was the second closest defeat. The second half was much better for the Bulldogs as they came out on top 41-36 and even tied the score at one point. With just 4:20 left in the game, the Butler came back and the scores were 63. 7'1" center Anders Green had a double-double, 17 points and 10 rebounds for Butler. Patrick McCaffery added 17 points and Pierre Brooks 13. In a blowout loss to the Houston Cougars, the top scorers were Patrick McCaffery and Augusto Cascia with 11 points each. The Bulldogs could only score 51 and conceded 79 points. That loss meant their winning streak of 6 games came to an end, and now the losing streak stands at 5 games. In this game, sophomore Augusto Cascia couldn't feature because he is still out with an injury. Despite tonight's it was much closer, as already mentioned, the Butler made a comeback in the second half. UConn had a 16-point gap in the first half, but couldn't turn it into a huge victory. Even their last game turned out to be an overtime win. For the defending national champions, it's never a nice look when an unranked team like the Bulldogs takes them to the wire. Caravan finished with a game-high 21 points, and McMealy added 17 points and 7 assists. Diarra scored 12 points and also contributed with 7 assists of his own. For Connor McCaffery, the task would be to start the same way they ended this game, because Butler didn't score its first field goal until 5 minutes into the game. If they could have done that, Caitlin Clark's lucky charm, moniker, and streak wouldn't have been broken.